Yulan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And exciting it is because welcome to an, out of schedule lunchtime video. And that's because we get the new ARC today and we already have some information about a bit of what's coming tonight. Because tonight the Enterprise NX-01 is coming to the game. I guess we all expected that. After they started the Enterprise arc, everyone expected that with the second part, the Enterprise would come, and it does. And as expected, it, of course, has to do with the Xindi. But I quickly want to have a quick look with you at what is about to happen tonight. Of course, in the next days, I, as usual, will make videos on all the new stuff. The Enterprise, of course, as soon as I figured out how it works. I hope I can get it immediately. I hope it's not that expensive and that I can buy it to make a video immediately, because it will be a little bit more complicated like the Voyager at the time. And so I definitely have to figure that out and make the video to show everyone how it works, as I did with the Voyager, with the Monovine and so on. It is a ship we all know. And the NX-01 is an Ops 40 plus ship, so only if you are Ops 40 and above you will be able to get the NX-01. And they say there will be new rewards, new favors, and some faster paths to the existing favors, and they also will add a new field training. And they say that the NX-01 is the only way to source one of the new officers, and that's Epic Picard U. And with tearing up the ship, your daily U shards will be growing. The new U is, quite of interesting for mining, of course, with his officer ability. So he will not have a captain's ability. He increases the amount of raw ore, crystal and gas collected while mining, and his below deck ability will be about combat, because he will repair X% of hull damage taken during that round of combat. We've seen that before in the favors. And so U is directly connected to one of the favors, as it seems, because he's got the same ability as one of the favors. And it will be quite interesting, because the NX-01 will have a very large cargo bay, as they say, and it will have a lot of hull health instead of shields. That makes sense, because you know that they were working with hull plating in the series and not with shields that much, because Starfleet, which was Earth Starfleet during the series and not the Federation Starfleet, didn't have shields. They got them from the Andorians later. There will also be an NX-01 refit. As I said, I will just give you a quick overview about what's coming, so I will not go into too much details, but it will be there for some stats of the NX-01, but also give you Parsteel, Tritanium and Dilithium. What I don't completely get at the moment is that they sometimes talk about the X-Borg faction, then they talk about the NX-01 refinery, so it's supposed to be an NX-01 refinery coming with that as well. But as I said, this is just a welcoming overview of what they gave us as news so far. And of course, about all the little details, I will make videos as soon as it's there and as soon as I figured that ship out, if I can get it. And this is the reason why I said it's a little bit like the Voyager, because there's an NX-01 loop. And for this, it will be a little bit more complicated, and that's why I definitely have to make a video on that one. You start in this loop with exchanging Xindi scraps for Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg systems, or Delphic Expanse travel tokens, so like the Borg sy the anomaly mining systems, you will need tokens as well to get there in the Delphic Expanse, so they will add new systems where you need tokens. And then you fly into token Delphic Expanse systems and defeat Xindi aquatic hostiles. It's a little bit of a shame. I hoped for some reason, that was just my personal taste, that they might think about giving us an aquatic Xindi ship into this game for us to have, because those were really strong and I like them in the series, so that would have been nice. But there you fight those Xindi aquatic hostiles, and you also can battle risky Xindi aquatic hostiles if you dare, and they bring extra challenge but drop substantial bonus loot. So there will be different kinds of aquatic hostiles, some stronger, some not so strong. But overall, the Xindi, the NX-01 is definitely now the ship to deal with the Xindi, what we all expected. I saw all the discussions, and I said it in my introduction videos of the Xindi, that will probably the NX-01 will have to do with the Xindi and helping us. Like, you can of course hunt Herogen with other ships, but the Voyager can do it more easily, and we same have it here with the NX-01. Then you can exchange the Xindi tech modules you get as loot in the refinery to earn opportunity chips, and with those opportunity chips you can choose one of two paths they will introduce here to get various amounts of Xborg faction credits, and you see normal, common, uncommon, rare and epic credits there, so you probably will get all of them. And with those you can claim Xborg faction bundles, Xborg favors, or upgrade the NX-01. So as it sounds as if you need Borg faction credits to upgrade the NX-01. Yeah, gonna be interesting and probably gonna be expensive, but we will see what happens. But as I said, it's going to be a little bit more complicated, like it was with the Voyager, and I will figure it out for you, and will definitely do that loop for you as soon as I can in a video. And you know that there are a number of systems listed here for the new traveling, and as I said, with those systems you can only go with the tokens, but we all know this from Voyager, from the Bajorans, from Dominion Space and so on, and it started with the Borg at that time. But we also get the officer I predicted in the introduction of the last upgrade, and that's Captain Archer. And he of course has a captain's maneuver, the Delphic Salver. He increases the amount of resources you get from destroying Xindi hostiles by X%, and the 300% is base. And the officer ability is Faith of the Heart. Where do I know that phrase from? You can tell me, definitely. By the way, if you know, of course, put it in the comments, please, for those that haven't seen Enterprise, because I know that some haven't seen Enterprise. And but so the officer ability is Faith of the Heart. When you take damage from a hostile another player, Archer increases your critical hit damage by X% for 2 rounds. So he brings some PvP ability as well, like Trip Tucker already did, so it's quite interesting. And they already gave some crews here, and that's interesting. They haven't done it that often, and so it's quite nice to see that they suggest some crews here for whatever you want to do. They have a crew for isolytic boosts with Archer, Enterprise E Picard or Data, or Janeway and Tucker, and then Archer, Tucker, Pick Beverly, Archer, Tucker 5 of 11 if you want to boost your loot, Archer, Tucker, Khan, so you cannot use U. I don't know why they suggest a critical. That will only work if you have your proper research and favors in place, otherwise critical will not be a good idea on Xindi hostiles. And then there's Archer, Tucker, Gorkon, or Lorca for the hull breach, to get more damage from the crits. But the crit part that Archer also brings usually would be a problem with the Zindi. So there's some trying out for me ahead as well before I will do that. But there's a ship ability that's coming that could be quite nice, and that's reveal deep space. You know, you can never look into deep space. And the NX-01 makes it possible to look into a deep space system you at least have visited once before. And so you can even peek into territory to see what's going on there without flying there. Might be something nice. How you get this stuff remains to be seen, but you can see on the screen already how it's working. It's a little bit like the Voyager ability, you know, when you click on a player you can see where his base is, and now you have an ability to look into deep space without flying there, without giving away your intention. We usually in territory always use cloaked ships. Now you can do it from afar. I will look forward to test out if that's worth it so much more than just going with a cloaked ship, but we will see. Long road ahead, it's called. So it is quite interesting. We don't have the information yet when I'm filming on the full update. It's only the Enterprise NX-01 information out so far because I'm filming before maintenance, so that you can have the video already at lunchtime. If I would wait for the news on the full update, I couldn't publish the video before tonight, and so I thought the NX-01 is the important part of it, and I already want to give you a quick overview of this, but that's all it was supposed to be, a quick overview of what's coming tonight with the Enterprise. Of course, as I said, I will make a video on the officers, I will make a video on the NX-01 as a whole, its abilities, the NX-01 loop, and so on. And that's what I did with the Voyager, what I did with the Monavine, and so on. And of course, I will do that with the NX-01 too. If you want to share your thoughts about the upcoming new ship and the two officers we already know about, of course, please write it in the comments. And if you just have questions or video requests, also leave a comment. Please, you know that I read the comments regularly and try to answer your questions and fulfill your video requests. Or if you just want to say hi and where you're from, you know that I'm always happy to know that too, because I'm a curious guy and like to know where my active viewers especially are coming from. And if you want to see another video right now, although this was an out-of-the-line lunchtime video from where I live, then the next video is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.